So I'm going to talk about the burpee next. This is a big request on modifications because it's often incorporated into fitness classes by trainers who may not understand how incredibly difficult this can be for some people to get up and down and to thrust their body out. It's a very difficult exercise. So here's a couple of ways that you can do it. I'm using the chair today as an example. It isn't the best example. If you're in your gym, please use something a little bit more stable like the weight bench or box jump or something like that. Park bench if you're outside. So first way is a very methodical, slow way, but you're still gonna elevate your heart rate because you're stepping back, standing in, and raising your hands. Anytime you're raising your hands, your heart rate's gonna go up. So here's modification number 1 for the burpee. Getting into position on your elevated surface, you're gonna stand back, step in, stand up. So if we speed that up a little bit. The other way is to do it in a more of a thrusting fashion, which is the typical way that you will see a burpee done down on the ground. Grabbing onto your elevated surface again, thrusting out, up. Those are a couple of ways to modify the burpee. If you get into those mode for quite a while, you may be able to lower your surface almost down to the ground over time. Try that. Another cardio exercise that you'll often see in classes is called the mountain climber. And this is kind of a cardio core combo because anytime you're in an upright plank position, you're engaging the core. But by driving those knees up in that mountain climber position, you are elevating your heart rate. So it makes it a core cardio combo. It's a great exercise, but again, people have a difficult time getting down and up off the ground. So I would modify that in an elevated surface again, using the bench at the gym, a box jump, a park bench, something that's very stable. I'm using a chair just as an example. So I'm gonna get into my upright plank position and I'm in the mountain climber position. I'm gonna drive the knee. I can do this slowly in a modified way, or I can start to go a little bit more quickly. Those are a couple of ways you can modify the mountain climber. So let's try that. Okay, another exercise that is a bit of a killer is called the walkout. And I do have these in my own videos and I have done them in my classes with my clients and I always hear the groan. It is a hard exercise, but there is ways to modify it. So the walkout typically will look like you're standing at the top of your mat. You're gonna take your hands and you're gonna walk out. Some people call this the bear walk or something. Something along those lines, bringing it back up and then standing up. Now, a way to modify this, number 1, is to take your stance really wide and just walk out a few steps. You don't have to go all the way out. So I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and bring it up. Or just go 1, 2, back. Get your body used to doing that at a nice wider stance. The other way to do it is on an elevated surface. So whether you have a wall or something that you can walk out on that is elevated, again, choose it wisely, make sure it's stable. Those are just some modifications for the walkout.